Mario is a video game icon. He's the mascot of Nintendo, a legend in his own right, and he'll be around forever. But what are some of the Italian plumber's best games? Hey Shackers, Greg here, and today I'll be counting down the top 10 Mario games. Which is gonna be hard, since any game with Mario in the title can qualify. And he's done everything. Tennis, kart racing, baseball, golf, and many more. Well, let's dive into this warp pipe of everything Mario. These are the top 10 Mario games.
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo!
Probably the most controversial game in the Mario series, Super Mario Sunshine was met with either love it or hate it criticisms. Personally, I enjoyed it. The flood device was cool, the levels were fun, and I liked the tropical setting. Sure, having Bowser talk was, traumatizing.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
But if you could get past all that, it was basically Mario 64, with a water jetpack on a tropical island. You have to hand it to Nintendo. Paper Mario was crazy, unique, and new for the time. It was basically the next generation Mario RPG, with stylized graphics, a ton of things to explore, party members to get, and awesome Zelda-esque dungeons. Sure, it was a tad on the easy side, but it was loads of fun for any Mario or RPG gamer alike. To this day, Nintendo impresses me with the capability of their handheld platforms. And when Super Mario 3D Land was released, again I was in awe. The platforming was spot on, the music was great, and although it was a tad on the simple side, it was very enjoyable on all fronts. Nintendo knows how to do their Mario 3DS titles. Out of all the Mario Karts, there have been 8 so far, I had to pick the one I remembered the most, Mario Kart 64. I mean, all the Mario Karts tried to bring something different to the table, but for some reason, Mario Kart 64 just stands out among the plethora of other Mario Karts. It was probably because it was the first time the Mario Kart series had 4-player split screen and battle royales. There's just something to be said about experiencing this Mario Kart game in the same room, on the same television, with all your friends huddled around. The first Mario game to showcase the Wii motion controls and introduce 360-degree platforming, which in turn gave us some crazy level designs and power-ups. Remember B Mario? Yeah, that was a thing in this game. B Mario.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
It's crazy that Nintendo took an idea as simple as Mario in space and was able to turn it into one of the most unique platform Mario experiences to date. In a Mario world dominated by jumping platforming games, Nintendo released Super Mario RPG, and it was surprisingly awesome. The story was deep and interesting, the locations, characters, and combat were stellar. The game's also home to some of the most bizarre Mario characters in franchise history. Like this guy. Is that a dead Shy Guy? What is that? The graphics, although a bit on the muddy side, were pretty impressive for an SNES game. The design reminded me of that claymation type stuff you'd see in movies and Wallace and Gromit cartoons, that kind of thing. The combat was also extremely fun. Using historic Mario type moves were always a joy to pull off. Also known as the official return of the Super Mario Bros. Franchise, Super Mario Bros. 3 was the one that would be most famous, mainly because I saw the game in this movie for the first time.
Super Mario Brothers 3! To your station!
Again, Nintendo's spot-on platforming made a comeback. The Tanuki suit made its first appearance along with the Koopa Kids, who would also be making their worldwide debut. The music and level design all went together seamlessly in this perfect NES platformer. Not to mention we got another awesome Mario cartoon show based on this game.
It is a legend no one will forget. Everyone thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom. And then his doom ship attacked. King Koopa was back with the greatest danger ever known, his Koopa Kids. Using their new superpowers, the Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family. I'll get those flutters!
The one and only, the original, where it all started. Well, maybe not the original, but still. It's the world's highest selling video game, and a lot of people argue it's the game that single-handedly saved the video game industry in the mid-80s. All the core things that made a great Mario game came from this title alone. It's the first of its kind, and it's one of the best Mario games ever made. This was one of the most pleasurable Mario games I have ever played. The leap to 3D Mario platforming on the N64. We've seen 3D platforming games flop too, even now in 2015, but Mario 64 was executed perfectly in classic Nintendo fashion. The world was huge, the levels had multiple stars to obtain, and the game had a multitude of secrets to find. You know, I don't even want to talk anything more about how awesome this game is. Just enjoy this montage with the most hyper-intense track I could find in the game. Enjoy. Now before I get to number 1, there are so many awesome Mario games. Let's give them some honorable mentions. What can I say? Super Mario World is the best Mario game. The platforming was near perfectly executed. The game was huge, hence the name Super Mario World, and introduced us to Mario's dinosaur pal Yoshi for the first time. It's the epitome of every Mario game in the franchise. The music would go perfectly into the Mario soundtrack library with themes that would become gaming classics overnight. Super Mario World will always be the best Mario game in video game history. What Mario games did I miss? What Mario games did you guys like the best? Let us know in the comments below. For more videos like this and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.
Will terminate in T-minus 8, 2, 7,
Give me scores!
6,